Hello, it's crime time, and today's crime involves a horrific case of child abuse occurring in Chester County, Pennsylvania, where Malinda Hoagland, a 12-year-old girl, died after officials declared that she was subjected to months of torment. The horrific incident took place on May 4, 2024, when 52-year-old Randell Hoagland contacted 911 for needing medical assistance for his daughter Malinda, who, according to him, had hit the tree and was knocked out cold. He reported that his daughter was unresponsive and unconscious and needed urgent medical assistance. And just like any normal medical procedure, 911 sent a dispatch help for the little girl. According to the father's statement, who stated that the girl had just fallen off the bike and hit the tree, the injuries of Malinda said otherwise. The doctor and medical assistant noticed that the girl was in a very bad condition with multiple injuries and malnutrition. This led to an intensive investigation for the girl to find out what was really going on. Police in Pennsylvania were involved in this case, and they confiscated the cell phones of the couple, Malinda's father with his girlfriend, and had them detained under investigation. The couple tried to mislead the police officers, but their act was caught by the police when extensive research was run on their cell phones, and something was found that would send chills down anyone's spine. In the deleted data of their phones, there were several deleted videos of the couple abusing and torturing the little girl. The couple had taken another course of action that led the police to have a lack of evidence, as they both had cleared their phone chats, which could have proved to be huge evidence to prove the couple charged with murder. Malinda was a student at the Coatesville Area School District from spring 2022 through December 2023. Superintendent Dr. Catherine Van Voren stated in her statement, Malinda Hoagland was enrolled at Kings Highway Elementary in April 2022 and continued on to Scott Middle School and then North Brandywine Middle School. Our staff diligently reported concerns about her welfare to the state agency that receives and manages concerns. Shortly thereafter, her family withdrew her from our schools in December 2023 and enrolled her in another cyber charter school. Her younger brother remained at Kings Highway. He is now in protective custody and is expected to relocate to another city and school district. This news shakes our entire school community, and we're deeply saddened and upset by the horrific details of the abuse this child suffered. She further stated, "It is with an extremely heavy heart that I share with you the devastating and tragic news that one of our former students, 12-year-old Malinda Hoagland, was found dead over the weekend, a victim of inhumane abuse by her father and his girlfriend." According to the DA, the police discovered that Malinda had been pulled out of middle school back in late November and early December, as there were numerous times the parents were called out for child abuse and bruises on the girl, but the couple simply took her out of the school and limited her contact with anyone outside her home. She was reportedly attending online cyber classes. But while she was showing up at the camera for the classes, they say that she was actually tied and shackled up below the camera and couldn't pick it up, so she wouldn't be able to send a distress signal for help to her teachers and classmates. It is also the negligence of the school for not noticing these red flags around Malinda and letting her get in danger. If the child line had been contacted at the right time and an investigation process had started, there is a huge possibility that Malinda would have been alive by now. She was reported to usually be shackled up in the basement of the house. Confiscating the couple's phones played a huge role in getting a lead of the girls' abuse evidence in the deleted videos on their phones, where Malinda was ankle-cuffed to furniture and was allegedly screamed at and berated, apparently over a camera's speaking system. The couple forced her to do intensive physical activities, like making her do squats and run in place. They were accused of not even feeding her on time, causing her to get malnourished. These are the allegations. These are the heinous acts of abuse conducted by this psychotic couple. And all this had been happening for several months. And to make the condition worse, the couple had deleted their conversation and messages related to this abuse, which could have been a huge proof on which the prosecutors had argued and processed the case. This horrific case of child abuse ended with the death of the little girl. At the beginning of May, This news made it to the headlines with a conference of prosecutors going line by line on this eye-opening and jaw-settling, jarring set of details where they talk about how a massive volume of red flags was missed in the system, which could have helped to prevent this incident and save Malinda. The prosecutor states that the child was in a broken and barely alive state when the EMS responded to the 911 call. When the police found the condition of Malinda, they immediately got a search warrant for investigating their house, and when they entered the house, they found out that the house was equipped with in-home cameras. A video from February 6, 2024 shows a video of Malinda secured to a dresser with a leg shackle and getting abused. Another video on February 11, 2024 shows Malinda chained to an air hockey table kneeling while Cindy Warren, Malinda's father's girlfriend, tells her to jump up and tells her that if she does it again, then her father will kick her in the teeth. On February 12, 2024, at 1:23 in the morning, Malinda was chained to the table and forced to sleep on the cold, bare floor. A lot of other similar videos were found to show how badly Malinda was abused, tortured, and starved in her own home. In another video, Cindy Warren can be overheard telling Malinda, "Keep moving and don't look for breakfast or lunch tomorrow because you're not getting it. And you won't get dinner either because I'm not getting up." The prosecutors describe it as a torture in progress. When Malinda was rushed to the hospital on May 4, 2024, the prosecutors and police department were all notified of this investigation, while the surgeons rushed Malinda to surgery in order to save her life. When she arrived at the hospital, she weighed 50 pounds and was severely malnourished. This was nowhere close to the weight of a normal 12-year-old kid. Malinda was presenting sluggish pupils, bruising, abrasions to her neck, and lacerations to her forehead, bruising and abrasions to her chest, bruises and deformities to the right arm and right leg. She was also diagnosed as having several broken bones and organ fractures, so this clearly gave away that Malinda had been abused and tortured for a long time. Unfortunately for Malinda, she passed away during the surgery and was buried by her other family, who spoke up to the news and prosecutors about this case and expressed they didn't have any idea how their half-family member was getting treated. The only family and happiness of being loved that Malinda ever experienced was with her stepsisters, who shared the same father as Malinda and was pretty courageous to speak up while being heartbroken in the case. When they were asked questions about their father's behavior, they expressed their surprise that they were definitely not aware of this and that this incident was very shocking for them. These sisters were more concerned about their father's girlfriend, Cindy, who had a history of child abuse. Her name was pretty infamous back in the late 2000s, in 2007 in particular when she was charged with child endangerment in Monroe County, which is in Poconos. Cindy was arrested for her act, and her then-husband, McKinley Warren, would eventually plead guilty to a 2000 homicide of a 2-year-old girl, Jessica Bach, when a report of continuing abuse over a 3-year-old was reported to the police. And both Cindy Warren and McKinley Warren were charged with troubling charges of child abuse. Cindy and McKinley were married at the time of the 2-year-old's death. The investigation into McKinley's death took several years. According to the DA's website, the prosecutors couldn't definitively say whether or not McKinley killed the child or if Cindy killed the child. A grand jury investigation then took place. During that investigation, police conducted a welfare check on Cindy and McKinley in 2007 to find the pair's 3-year-old son covered in bruises. So when Malinda's sisters had questioned their father about Cindy, his father had estranged them, and the girl reported that they hadn't seen Malinda after that day. There were several red flags that were ignored and led to Malinda's death, including ignoring her getting illegal absences from school over and over, enough to raise concern and alarm with child protective experts and services in Chester County. The mother of Malinda has reported not having seen her daughter for over 6 months, which raises the concerns about where the biological mother was all this time. Cindy's sentencing records show she was sentenced to serve a maximum of 7 years in state prison for endangering the welfare of a child. According to her docket, she was released from prison in 2011. Today, Cindy sits in the Chester County Prison without bail facing 12 felony charges. One of those felony charges includes attempted murder related to the death of Malinda. Malinda's father, Randell, is also in the Chester County Prison, facing the same charges. This couple has been hiding their domestic abuse by posting happy pictures on social media to misguide everyone about their actual condition of the girl. The couple stopped posting pics of the girl back in January, but then you can trace back to the post that Randell posted on July 4, 2023, where her father posted her picture wishing her, saying, "Happy 12th birthday, Malinda. Hope you have many, many more. We love you." And after that, the last post they did was on Christmas, and then everything stopped until the news about her death was out in the open. Through their investigation, the officials uncovered that Hoagland and his girlfriend, Cindy Warren, subjected Malinda to evil and torment that no child should ever have to endure, and they did it for months. The district attorney said that Warren's 9-year-old son was in the home. So, in the presence of another 9-year-old child residing in the home, Malinda was mistreated while the 9-year-old kid was very well treated and unharmed. He said that the home was also in good condition. There are no answers that make sense. Right now, there are still no answers to the questions as to why a parent or a caregiver would treat one child with love and provide them with nourishment, safety, shelter, and protection to one child while neglecting the other one. But Chester County's Domestic Abuse Authority said there were enough answers to charge the two people for the girl's death. Justice was finally served when Randell and Cindy were charged with attempted murder, and both were arrested on May 7th and given a $1 million cash bail. The officials are waiting to review medical reports, at which time they will decide if they will charge the two with murder. With the existing evidence, the authorities charged the pair for the girl's killing. If you enjoyed this video, you might want to check out this one.